Hello, hello. Is my microphone working, self? I don't know why the delay is so bad on this. You know what? Sometimes you just gotta hope for the best. Alright, so, as the stream title may suggest, I have never won a TNT Run game in my entire life. Should be fair, hasn't been like 50 years, but it's still not that great. TNT games. Okay, I have myself open and I can hear myself and that. Alright. Also, sorry if you can hear my fan. I don't know how to fix that without overheating to death. There's only 161 players. To be honest, isn't the lowest I've seen it. I've seen it at like 70. But I thought since a lot of people's schools would be out, there'd be more for some reason. I don't really know. The less competitors I have, the better. The more W's I can get. But to be fair, one time I did get second place, and if you ignore the fact that that's not how these things work, it's technically first place. So, you know, we can really think about that sometimes. Let's see what we got. What we got? Competition. I have gotten I bought a splash potion of slowness. I don't really know why I did that. I think I was trying to find swiftness and then just didn't know how to. Oh gosh. No, I haven't played in so long. Come on. I juke these people out. Ain't got nothing on me. Look at that. Oh, 360. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm so good at the game. We should. Oh my gosh, look at that. That was totally on purpose. Didn't almost fall on accident. Oh, no, didn't fall right there. Okay, the jumping that other people do is annoying me. It's like, why can't you just walk in a straight line? Like, could have, you know, spared me with that one. Alright, let's see that. Oh, look. See? Top 16. And they say I'm not good at the game. Oh. Not top 16 anymore. Okay. Basically top 16. Oh, look. See? Totally could have juked those people out. It was just, quick, think of a comeback. Come back. What is a reasonable excuse why I lost? Oh, come on. Same map. My favorite map is the one that, like, oh gosh darn it, what's it called? It's the one that, like, 12 people can be on, and it has, like, the holes in the floor for some reason. I don't know. It's nice because, like, if you're sprinting, you can just jump over it, but then other people fall down. It's kind of funny, especially, like, in the first 30 seconds, someone falls off. It's like, come on. It's okay. It's okay. Still have never won on that map. Actually, the one oh god. Gosh, why did I lose my sprint when I fell? No, I don't want double jump. See, how do I check how, oh. Like I said, I haven't played you gotta believe me, I'm okay at the game. Oh, one time I was showing my friend how to play the game. And my friend doesn't play Minecraft, so as you can assume, they have a very high opinion of the game. And I wanted to play TNT Run, since, you know, I've been trying to not lose at it as much. Don't know how well that's gonna go, but, you know, it's the effort that counts. So I was showing them, like, the controls. Well, because I'm playing on, like, computer PC stuff. So it's not like Xbox where you have to get more used to the controls. So I was trying to show them how to do it. And I think I screwed up by trying to show them what double jump was. Because, like, when you stress out, you just start spamming the, whatchamacallit, the click thingy. You start spamming the mouse, basically. And, when you do that, you, like, start freaking jittering everywhere. Which isn't very good if it's your first time. And all of a sudden you are throwing yourself into the air and you don't know the sensitivity of the mouse. Since I don't know. According to them, I have my mouse on a very low sensitivity. I don't know, like... See? Alright. A tour. So yeah, they were trying to do it. Honestly, they did do okay, but that's probably because they were playing against, like, some 6-year-olds. Since, I don't know, we had a random day off school. I couldn't even remember why. It's probably because, like, those, like, random days that the teachers have to go to school, but the students luck out, and then we just aren't forced to go. It was one of those days, and so I'm thinking that there were, like, a bunch of 6-year-olds. They didn't win either, so, I mean... Listen, I've gotten higher than them if I've gotten second place, Oh, and then we tried to do this thing where... I don't know, because they would, like, control the mouse, but not control the keyboard, or they would control the keyboard, not control the mouse. So I was on the keyboard, and they were trying to do the mouse, and then they just kept running us into walls. Not the smartest move ever. As you could probably guess, we got, like, really, really low numbers that game. And then, since you fail, what do? You keep doing it until you fail more. And then we failed a lot more. And then we stopped because there's at some point where you keep playing and you keep playing and you just keep losing to so much that you just... Ugh. It was fun, though. It was fun. Oh, let's go top 19, and they said I wasn't good at the game. Especially when there's like 24 players. Oh, no. I mean, like, I got to top 15. Like, that's like 9 players out. Yeah. Also, stupidest thing in the world is when, like, it's your last days of school and then you just watch movies. Like, the teachers aren't there. So you just have, like, a bunch of substitutes just, like, playing movies for you. And, like, I forget which teacher it was. I think it was my music teacher who also, like, agreed that it was really stupid. Because she's just like, well, you guys watch movies all day. Like, what's the point? Still had to go. Can't do anything about it. But it's finally over. It's like on the, I forget, it was last day, second to last day, I don't know. They decided, what's better than shoving a bunch of people who aren't 3-year-olds into a room and making them watch a movie that none of them want to watch. So that just consisted of people shouting whenever any minuscule thing happened. I don't know. We watched some movie about baseball. I don't know. There was like a poll or something. And can't believe people didn't choose Boss Baby, Boss Baby supremacy. So yeah, they decided to have us watch a baseball movie. And I think whenever a player caught the ball, everyone would just start cheering. Even like if it was like even if it was like the practice or something, they just wouldn't stop applauding. And it's like, you could just not applaud every single time that happens. And then it stopped because someone figured out how to hack the projector or something. Yeah, and then that was the end of our movie. At the beginning, they taunted us because they opened Mickey Mouse on the screen. And guess what we didn't watch? We didn't watch Mickey Mouse, you know? I bet it would have never been hacked if we watched Mickey Mouse. SMH. Mickey Mouse truly is the superior show. And also, like, the grades in my school get off at, like, different times. Like, the older you are at my school, like, the more time you get off or something. And, like, the younger kids, like, they're not, like, small babies, you know. Younger kids have to stay forever and just watch movies all day. It's like, there's no point on us watching. Oh, also, like, the little kids, like, whatchamacallit, like, the elementaries in school, they get to watch good movies, like Boss Baby. And guess what we're stuck with? We're stuck with, like, math ones. Like, whatchamacallit, I think we watched something about people were going to space and they needed to do math for it. And, like, it was fine. But no one wanted to be there and watch a math video. Like, just give us Boss Baby. It's all we want in life. You know what they say? Live, laugh, Boss Baby. Truly. Truly a superior moment in school. Come on. No. Oh my gosh, it's cracked. It's cracked at the game. Oh, wait, no, I'm not cracked at the game. And you know how, like, you sometimes have those substitutes that just don't know? They either don't know what they're doing, or in both cases, they don't know what they're doing. They're the substitutes who are either way too loose and let kids do whatever they want, or they're way too strict and won't let anyone talk. Like, I had a substitute who sent a kid out in the hallway for discussing what work we were supposed to be doing. And then, like, a week later, I had a substitute who was, teaching a kid how to draw something while other kids were writing mean things about our actual teacher on the board. Like you gotta find the healthy median. And then also, they're the substitutes who are chill and get kids to do their work, but then they swear, and you just gotta be like, bro, like, we get in trouble when we swear, and yet the substitutes just going around cussing, even if it's good. I'm like, bro, you can't do this to us. Yeah, and then, at the end of the year, whatchamacallit, people do, like, speeches and stuff, or, like, teachers do speeches. And then anyone who's running for, like, a school office also does speeches. And, like, the principal basically went up on stage, and, it's just a lot of sympathizing with the teachers, and honestly, I would as well, because the students at my school, like, you know, some of them, you know, every once in a while, you know, they're pretty chill, you know, they do what they're supposed to do. I like to think I'm one of those students. I cannot confirm nor deny. But then the majority of the students just don't know, like, they just don't know what they're doing. Because, basically, the way grades work, they're changed or something. And they have it where, like, if you listen in class, you'll get good grades on assignments, even if you don't do homework. you don't listen, you basically just are screwed. Fact is, most of the kids don't want to listen, especially in the last week of school. You know, thing you want to do, you want to get out. You want to leave. You want to look back and never have to see this place again. Until like 3 months later. But in that time, just gotta ignore that. And also, some of the student council speeches, listen, some of them are fine. Some of them work. They say some things. It makes sense. Makes sense. But, you know, there's always those students who just, how do I explain it? They take example speeches and then they take advantage of the fact that the whole student body besides them hasn't seen said example speeches, and then they win and they're expected to not copy and paste everything. And it's like, come on. Like, if you're gonna be president, you can't just copy and paste all the example speeches, you know? You can't have someone else write them for you until you're the actual president, you know? You know what I mean? So yeah, that is always lovely to see. Oh my God. How do I fall down within the first 30 seconds? Come on. See, look. Oh. That was purely for trick shot purposes. And not being unskilled. Also, like in camps, you'll see just kids that you know, or not really like 5-year-olds, but you'll see people that you know, like camps you do for like, you know, hobbies. And then there'll be just like really popular people at like cooking classes or like knitting classes or something. And then you're just like, how? Like no one ever expects like the quote unquote popular people to go do that stuff. And then you just walk in and they're just sitting there. And then you obviously avoid them for, you know, the rest of the year because you don't want to see them. Like, you're just like, got out of here. The very thing I swore to avoid. And then, you know, you can't avoid them. Sighs and has to see the popular people while school's out. But then you realize next year you can use this as leverage. Can't bully me if I can tell your friends that you went to a knitting camp, can you? It's right. Oh my gosh. Oh, fiddlesticks. There's just like a lot of really confusing skins in Minecraft. Oh, Stuart, I don't know if I told this in one of my YouTube videos. I might have told it in one of my YouTube videos. But I was playing Skyblock when the Jerry mod was added. Or not the Jerry mod, it was not a Jerry mod. When the mayor was Jerry. Someone like that. And basically, if you did something like you killed mobs or you farmed for long enough, then you would get a Jerry box. And basically, there was a chance in these Jerry boxes that you would get some sort of Jerry and then the Jerry would do something. I'm not quite sure. So basically, you can make a pretty decent profit selling these things like in the box. So you can do that. And I don't know. I don't really know. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite map. Oh my gosh. So you can make like a pretty good profit off of these things. And you know, what's the best thing to do in Skyblock than mindlessly waste hours of your time? Nothing. So, you know, here I am doing my little farming at spawn, since like when you break the blocks, it makes a very nice sound. At like spawn, you don't have to worry about it. So, you know, breaking your blocks, and then you get all these boxes. And, you know, to some extent, I knew how much these were worth. But, you gotta just sometimes have a little fun with it, see people's character. So I went to Spawn, and I was like, yo, I'm selling these Jerry boxes, or Jeremy boxes. I'm selling these things. And you just tell me if you want to buy them. So there were 2 people in chat who agreed to buy them for me. And, they both asked me how much they were worth. Now, I was like, I don't know. Maybe these people will give me a lot of money. Maybe I'm going to sell these for very low amounts of money. So they both, did the thing. One of them was more than the other. One of them, I knew was, decently cheap. And one of them I knew was way, way too cheap. Now, because of how they typed in chat, it's hard to pick up social cues from chats. But I could kind of tell, this was a person who probably had decent moral standards, even though they were scamming me. So what I did was I continued selling them the Jerry boxes. I continued doing it at these very low prices, to the point where I had done so many, they started to feel guilty. They started to feel guilty about it. So, eventually they were like, yo, I scammed you. Sorry about that, homie. And I was like, you know what? It's chill. And then they started giving me expensive stuff because they scammed me. And some of the stuff I already had since through auction house and stuff. But some of the stuff I didn't. And it was pretty darn expensive. And eventually I got the money from selling the Jerry boxes. And I also got expensive stuff for free. So overall, my net worth increased by that. But also, there was also a point where I didn't know about why people wanted the Jerry boxes. Because, I knew they had, some loot inside of them that people wanted. I didn't know what. These were, little Jerry things you could bind together. Basically, get a lot of good stuff. So, there are those things. And I didn't know that people wanted them. And people would just call them Jerry's. They wouldn't call them Jerry boxes. So I got very confused about how, Jerry boxes were going from about 30K to 100K in, 2 days. Since they were still there. It's not like the Jerry boxes had been discontinued, so there was no other way to get them. They were still there. And I'm like, oh, these are selling for a lot of money. I'll sell them. So, I did my little thing. I'd have in chat. I'm like, yo, I got these green Jerry boxes that spawn. I'll sell them for, 100K or something. Like I said, I didn't know how these things worked. And I didn't know about little Jerry's. People were, always in chat asking people if they had Jerry's. I'm like, bruh, I got some Jerry's. Give me the money. So, what do you do? And so I would go into a little trade thing with them, and I'd put the Jerry box in, and then they'd put the money in, and then they realized that it wasn't the actual Jerry's. So I just kept having people cancel on me, and I couldn't figure out for the life of me why so many people were canceling it, until one person finally just messaged me people just call it Jerry's the thing, the valuable item that you get inside the box and not the actual box. And I was like, oh, whoopsie daisy, I guess, I was silly goofying a bit too much. So yeah, that was slightly embarrassing. By slightly, I mean very, very embarrassing. But I made it out alive. I did it. Suffering. Okay, weather. some people talk about the weather, and that's like small talk or something. I don't know. Sounds lame. It's like the stereotypical small talk, except extreme weather. Now, extreme weather gets better. And I live in a place where, like, we don't have to worry about hurricanes, but tornadoes. Tornadoes are something you kind of have to look out for. But at the same time, no one really... I shouldn't say no one cares about tomatoes. God damn it. Yeah, you know those just, like, flying tomatoes that come around? Tornadoes. Okay, the tornadoes. Gosh darn it. The tornadoes. And it's not that no one cares about the tornadoes. It's just if there's a tornado alarm, no one does anything. They just, continue their life. So I was recording like a YouTube video, and all of a sudden I start hearing like a really high pitched ringing sound. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like anything except the tornado siren. So, obviously what do? Instead of, rushing to make sure you're safe, you text your mom, hey mom, is that a tornado siren? Mom's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then like 20 minutes later, she texts me like, shouldn't you go down to the basement? And I'm like, oh, should I? And she's like, I don't know. Do what you want. And then, I just like vibed and stuff, played Minecraft while there was a tornado in the area, casual Tuesday. And eventually, the tornado siren stopped ringing. And, eventually, unfortunately, you have to stop playing Minecraft. Some 5-year-olds don't realize this, but, it may come as a shock. So basically, like, after, I went downstairs and I asked my mom, like, hey, was there a tornado? Or, like, was it just, like, a false alarm or something? I was like, oh, no, there was a tornado. And I'm like, oh. Like, where was it? And I was like, oh, yeah, just, 2 towns over. I'm like, Like, my friend was in the area that the tornado was in. So, whoopsie. Could have gotten swept up into a storm of tornado or whatever. But it's fine, I'm sure it would have been fine. Oh, God. No, but I don't think anyone will start. So, in the end, it's fine. Live, laugh, play Minecraft while tornadoes. While there's a tornado. At the same time, like, listen, tornadoes, whatever, carry on with your life. Now, thunderstorms. Thunderstorms are where it really gets. Because number one, thunderstorms sometimes come really late at night. And you wake up from, like, your nightmare or whatever, and you're like, bruh, there's a thunderstorm. Why they gotta do me like that? I just want to go back to bed so I wake up in my not completely sleep-deprived state. So, it's lightning and stuff. And I've been in the area, like, where there have been lightning strikes on, like, 2 trees. One of them was in about, like, 100 feet of the house. The other one was, like, within 20 feet of the house. Which sounds like a lot, but it's actually pretty close when right across the street you just see a tree suddenly just struck by lightning and it's on fire and it's raining. Yeah, that spooks you out a bit more than something you've never seen. Because, like, you're just going about your life and then boom, a tree's on fire and there's lightning everywhere. Your fun Tuesday. What else would you want to do with your Tuesday? But yeah. Thank you for watching stream. Where the heck? Why can't I open OBS? Thank you for watching my stream. I appreciate it. But I should probably go and make sure there isn't a tornado siren, all right? So yeah, please watch my YouTube videos or YouTube shorts. I gotta go